Hello and welcome back to my channel. We're making another from scratch recipe. Today is the brown butter sunny cookies. So I feel like since I made the chocolate cat cookies before that I'm kind of a pro at cookies at this point. So yeah, they tell you to divide the dough, mix it until all the colors, you can't see like the streaks in it. Roll it out. You should be able to make about 6 cookies. You have to let it dry. It says for 15 minutes before you transfer them. I've found when I've had leftover dough, if you just like leave them on there for a really long time, they lift up pretty effortlessly. That's hard for me to say. And then you can decorate them. So I'll probably do that this time because when you try to lift the cookies, sometimes it could kind of smush them together and I don't want to do that. So we have our brown butter dough and cookie dough. And you end up making 2 batches of them essentially because you're using half the dough whenever you make the 6 cookies here. Then you repeat that process. So you should have 6 total sandwich cookies like this because you're going to use 2 pieces to make a cookie. You might be able to get a little bit more out of it. It just depends how thick you make them and stuff like that. So, oh, we actually... That's cute. I didn't think that they would give us 2 different stampers for this. So that's cute. One has real big eyes and one has a really big smile. I like that. Our icing, which looks to be yellow. A tip for that. Our rolling pin. And tongs. Let's see if our table snaps together. Okay, so we got a couple that didn't snap together, but this one does. Very cool. All right, let's waste no time and get into it. We have the brown butter, the cookie dough, and I've been just cutting them in half with the scissors. It doesn't have to be exact. There's tape stuck to my scissors. I hate the tape that they put lightly over all the seals. It sticks to everything. Okay, I'm gonna put this in here. Take these 2 and mix them. This only takes, I don't know, maybe like 30 to 60 seconds. Feels like Play-Doh, whatever this stuff is. I'm gonna just keep folding it over until you don't see any more of the streaks of color. That looks pretty good. Let's move that. Get my rolling pin. And you do want to try to roll it in a rectangle shape. You don't have to, especially if you have extra mats from previous sets. You don't have to do that. But wherever you put them, they're going to be staying there for a while. And if you think you can just use it on like a silicone mat, you can't. It sticks very badly if you try to put it on a silicone mat. Okay, so I'll probably avoid the edge right there because it's pretty thin. But let's try to stamp some of these out. I have 2 extra sheets, so I'm not too concerned about fitting as much on here as I can or anything like that. This is very satisfying. I think those look good, and before they dry I'm going to go ahead and stamp them. You don't want to press too hard. Circle around its face. Though actually never mind, it's supposed to show that. It's on the cookie cutter. Duh, because it looks like the sun. Let's stamp a couple of these other ones. I think that one maybe wasn't the best stamp. But those are cute. I like those. This one I did not so good on applying even pressure, that's for sure. Here's my other one. I always keep any kind of extra supplies because you don't know when you might need them. That's probably pretty good. Checking the thickness. So that made 6, and I probably have enough to make 1 or 2 more here. Try to roll it in the corner so it's not in the way of the other 2. And this stuff, even when it's quote-unquote dry, still feels kind of wet. I'm going to repeat this process and then stamp out the faces. I was able to make 9, and I have a tiny amount left that it'd probably be pushing it if I made 10 with it, but I'm going to repurpose it. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it, but let's do some of this one. I think these are very cute. I will make the other halves of the dough and make those and then let these dry. Let's see, what does it say? About 30 minutes total. I'll do it longer than that. But when I come back, we're going to pick out the ones that are good. Spoiler alert, won't be this one. Let's see if I can press it better. Is it that one? Yeah. There we go, fixed it. All right, I'll be back to make these into cookie sandwiches. It's now the next day, and these should just completely lift up like that. You don't need to use the spatula. You also don't need to wait until it's the next day. I just did because it was getting dark and I wanted better lighting. But I would say you probably need to wait longer than what they suggest. At least that was my experience with the cat cookies. So I'm just gonna line these up and see which faces are good. So that one's just falling off. You don't have to put them on here because the bottoms are dry and formed. So I'm gonna pick out the good ones and we will ice them. When you open the icing, there is a cap that's on the inside. I didn't realize that the first time I did it and kind of made a mess trying to squeeze. So just a warning. Added the tip. Now I have them all lined up. These two have different faces. They were like the leftovers from the group, and they're like the least cute ones. So I might just like put those together, but let's start over here. And I'm gonna make like a circle. I don't know how much you need, but you want to be able to see it when you sandwich it. So let's see if that was enough. Yeah, I think that was good. So then I will put it on there when they're done. And these will have to set for at least 20 minutes. That circle might have been a little wide. Trying to match up the lines. There we go. Yeah, that one didn't have too much. So it depends how thick you want the icing on the inside. I like a decent amount to show. Gently press. Those are pretty cute. All right. I'll probably do, this one has some dough I didn't cut off completely. I'll probably do the rest of these off camera, because if you're anything like me, I'm pretty impatient. I can't watch someone do every single thing. I kind of like more of like a condensed, sped up version. But let me know what you prefer. Maybe I'm the odd one that just likes the condensed version, I'm not sure. Okay, it has been 20 minutes, so these are dry enough that you could handle them. I did end up making 9 sandwiches, and then I had like a little bit I put on there just to do something with it. But I think these are pretty cute. I want to say I definitely like the cats more, just because I like cats. But yeah, there's 2 different versions. There's like a pink version of this one, and isn't there a different one of the cats too? I forget. I just had to take a peek. Yeah, there's like a vanilla version of the cats. I think it's a little bit lighter than this color. At least that's what it looks like on the checklist. But I will be doing more of these. I'll probably try to do the whole series just because these are different and they're fun. Out of 10, I give this like an 8. Yeah, what do you guys think? Leave me a comment. Let me know what your favorite is from this series and stay tuned for more. Bye, guys.